Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all the viewers of YouTube, if there's any. This afternoon, we will have a credit conference for six infrastructure projects, two of which are under calendar year 2023, and the four remaining are under the calendar year 2024. But before we are going to start, let us first check the attendance if we have a quorum. Ma'am Ninette, kindly.
Afternoon for attendance for today's credit conference. We have our Vice PAC Chairman, Ma'am Maria Arapasillar,
Present.
PAC members, Sir Aldo Maglente, Sir Bonifacio Tabigi, yours truly, Nerissa Dirayunan, the end user, the construction section, Engineer Rogelio Alcabno, OIC Procurement Engineer, Engineer Donald Argelies, PWD members, Engineer Michael Chan Campiliev, Engineer Socorino Aligato, Secretariat members, Mr. Bernie Apan, and Ms. Noribi Asales.
Okay, thank you very much. By the power vested in me by the PAC Chairman of this district, I am now declaring a quorum at exactly 2:18 in the afternoon. But before we start, please be informed that notice of credit conference is distributed to the president of Rodeo Masbate Incorporated in the person of Ms. Ruby Sanchez Morano. Also, the NACAP representative in the person of Mr. Jose Ladinola. Another one from the Medea president, Engineer Mark Ian Garbo. And of course, the State Auditor 4, Ma'am Emma M. Del Prado of COA, DPWH Masbate Secretary. The first project that we are going to, that is subject for a pre-bid conference is under contract ID number 23FI0058. By the way, this is re-advertisement due to failure of bidding last time. With the contract name of rehabilitation of disaster-related infrastructure and other facilities, rehabilitation, improvement of reinforced concrete box culvert at kilometer 46 plus 290 along Junction Tawag Balod Road, located at Mandaon, Masbate. The brief description for this project is rehabilitation, improvement of reinforced concrete box culvert, with an approved budget for the contract of 12,084,647 pesos and 22 centavos. The contract duration is 170 calendar days, and the amount of bidding documents is 25,000 pesos. Now, Engineer Alcagno will discuss the bid data sheet for this contract.
For the major category of works for this contract, bridge construction concrete superstructure without piles. Similar category of works, bridge construction concrete superstructure with driven piles. Bridge construction concrete superstructure with cast-in-place piles. Bridge rehabilitation concrete superstructure with driven piles. Bridge rehabilitation concrete superstructure with cast-in-place piles. Bridge retrofitting concrete superstructure with driven piles. Bridge retrofitting concrete superstructure with cast-in-place piles. Bridge construction concrete. Bridge rehabilitation concrete. Bridge construction with bore piles. Bridge rehabilitation with bore piles. Bridge rehabilitation retrofitting. The key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience. One project manager, 5 years, general experience, 15 years, relevant experience. Project engineer, 5 years general experience, 10 years relevant experience. As duly DPW accredited materials engineer, 1 or 2. Foreman, 3 years general experience, relevant experience, 5. And the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Water truck pump, 16,000 liters per unit. Dump truck, 12 cubic yards, 2 units. Transit mixer, 5 cubic feet, 175 horsepower, 1 unit. Piloter, 125 cubic, 1 unit. Batching plant, capacity niya is 30 cubic, 1 unit. Bako, 28 cubic, 1 unit. 1 bagger mixer, 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute, 1 unit. Boom truck, 2 to 5 metric ton, 1 unit. Tinto factor, cutting out meat, motorized breeder, 140 horsepower, 1 unit. Vibratory roller, 125 horsepower, 1 unit. Concrete vibrator, 5 ampere gas drive, 1 unit. Bar cutter, 1 unit. Concrete saw, 7.5 horsepower, 1 unit. Bar bender, 1 unit. Lobby trailer, 1 unit. Concrete strader, 5.5 horsepower, 1 unit. Barricade placer line, 31 unit. Gensealer machine, 1 unit. Paco with breaker, 20 cubic, 1 unit. Cargo or service truck, 9 to 10 metric ton, 1 unit. Bulldozer, 165 horsepower, 1 unit. Two-way radio, 2 unit, and minor tools. Please refers to the DO11 series of 2017 for the minimum material testing equipment and DO127 series of 2018 strict application of RE9184 in the conduct of post-qualification with the date of going contract with DPW.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Alcagno. The prospective bidder should be registered with and classified by the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board with pickup license category of at least C and D for general engineering and small b for bridges. So, any question for this particular contract from mga members? Okay, there being none, let us proceed to the next contract. 23FI0059, again, this is already re-advertised. With the contract name of rehabilitation of disaster-related infrastructure and other facilities, rehabilitation improvement of reinforced concrete box culvert at kilometer 63 plus 175 along Junction Crossing, Mandaon Road, located at Mandaon, Masbate. Brief description for this contract is rehabilitation improvement of reinforced concrete box culvert. The approved budget for the contract is 16,279,474 pesos and 21 centavos. The contract duration is 189 calendar days and the amount of bidding documents is 25,000 pesos. Again, Engineer Alcagno will discuss the major category of work as well as the equipment and manpower requirement for this particular contract.
For this contract ID, major category of work is construction complete without files. Similar category of work is construction complete superstructure with driven files. Bridge construction concrete superstructure with precast in place files. Bridge rehabilitation concrete superstructure with driven files. Bridge rehabilitation concrete superstructure with cast in place files. Bridge retrofitting concrete with driven files. Bridge retrofitting concrete superstructure with cast in place files. Bridge construction concrete. Bridge rehabilitation concrete. Bridge construction with profiles, bridge rehabilitation with profiles, bridge rehabilitation with retrofitting. And the key personnel must meet the required minimum experience. One project manager, technical experience, 15 years. Project engineer, technical experience, 10 years. Materials engineer must be accredited 20 1 or 4 months, 5 years relevant experience. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following: water tank 16,000 liters, 1 unit; dump truck, 8 cubic yard, 2 units; transit mixer, 5 cubic feet per minute, 175 horsepower, 4 units; reloader, 1.5 cubic, 1 unit; hunting plant capacity, 30 cubic, 1 unit; backhoe, 20 cubic, 1 unit; cambaga mixer, 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute, 1 unit; boom truck, 2 to 5 cubic ton, 1 unit; pit compactor, 400 to 500 gasoline engine, 1 unit; cutting outfit, 1 unit; grader, 40 horsepower, 1 unit; elevatory roller, 125 horsepower, 1 unit; complete vibrator, 5 ampere gas drive, 1 unit; cutter, 1 unit; Ipetso, 7.5 horsepower, 1 unit; bartender, 1 unit; Lubid trailer, 1 unit; complete trailer, 5.5 horsepower, 1 unit; ballistic flasher light, 31 unit; jet sealer machine, 1 unit; auto wheel breaker, 20 cubic, 1 unit; cargo service truck, 9 to 10 metric ton, 1 unit; two-wheel rig, 2 unit; bulldozer, 165 horsepower, 1 unit; auto wheel breaker, 20 cubic, 1 unit; and minor tools. Uh, Please refer to DO11 series of 2017 for the minimum material testing equipment, and DO127 series of 2018 strict application of RA9184 in the conduct of post qualification with delay or ongoing contract with the
Okay, thank you again, Engineer Antonio. The prospective bidders should be registered with and classified with the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board with PCAB license category of at least C and D for general engineering and small d for bridges. So any question? So there being none, let us now proceed to the next project under calendar year 2024. Contract ID number 24FI0040, Organizational Outcome 1, Ensure and Safe Reliable National Road System Network Development Program, Road Widening Secondary Roads, Masbate, Milagros Road, Kilometer 2 plus minus 711 to Kilometer 3 plus 255. Located at Masbate City. Brief description for this contract is road widening with an approved budget for the contract of 59,698,559 pesos and 94 centavos. The contract duration is 210 calendar days and the amount of bidding document is 50,000 pesos. Engineer Alcano, please again discuss the content of the bid data sheet.
major category of work for this contract ID is RCP, roads construction, PCCP, and the similar category of works, roads rehabilitation, PCCP, roads construction, and PCCP. An application must meet the required minimum years of experience. Project manager, 5 years general experience, 15 years relevant experience. Project engineer, 5 years general experience, 10 years relevant experience. You must be the DPWH accredited materials engineer, 1 or 2. Foreman, 3 years general experience, 5 years relevant experience. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following: applicator machine, 1 unit; backhoe, 20 cubic, 1 unit; backhoe with breaker, 20 cubic, 1 unit; bartender, 3 phase, 1 unit; bar cutter, single phase, 1 unit; barricade flasher light, 16 unit; boom truck, 5 metric ton, 1 unit; boom truck, 10 metric ton, 1 unit; bulldozer, 1 unit; cargo or service truck, 5 metric ton, 1 unit; and 1 unit 10 cubic metric ton. chainsaw standard blade 1 unit, concrete patch plant 1 unit, concrete saw 14 inches blade diameter with 3/4 cutting dip 1 unit, concrete spreader 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute 1 unit, concrete vibrator 2 unit, cutting outfit 1 unit, dump truck 2 unit, then sealer machine 1 unit, kneading machine 1 unit, loaded trailer 1 unit, motorized road grader G710E 1 unit, one bottle mixer 1 unit, reloader 125 cubic 1 unit, with compactor 1 unit, telescopic man length 15 meters maximum working height 1 unit, two-wheel radio 2 unit, transit mixer 5 to 6 cubic yard 1 unit, maybe recovery roller 10 metric ton 1 unit, water truck 1 ton 16,000 liters 1 unit, welding machine 1 unit, minor tools. The minimum material testing equipment is referred to DO11 series of 2017.
Okay, thank you. The another requirement is the equipment capacity as specified in the data sheet shall be mandatory, and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. And prospective bidders should have a pickup license category of at least B for general engineering and medium A for roads. Any question? There being none, so let us proceed to the next contract ID number, which is 24FI0041. Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, access roads and or bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public buildings or facilities, construction of road, Junction National Road to Barangay Magsalami, Milagros, Masbate. The description of this contract is construction of concrete road with an approved budget for the contract of 4,949,916 pesos and 42 centavos. The contract duration is 48 calendar days and the amount of bidding documents is 5,000 pesos. Engineer Alcagna, please discuss the minimum equipment requirement as well as the major category of work and the manpower requirement. Please discuss that.
The major category of work for this contract ID is RCP, roads, construction, PCCP, and the similar category of work are roads, rehabilitation, PCCP, RCTP, roads, construction, tunnel, PCCP, and the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience. One project manager, 5 years, general experience, 15 years, relevant experience. One project engineer, 5 years, general experience, 10 years, relevant experience. One must duly PWH accredited materials engineer 1 or 2. Foreman, 3 years, general experience, 5 years, relevant experience. And the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Applicator machine, 1 unit, Mapo, 20 cubic, 1 unit, Barbinder, 3-phase, 1 unit, Barcutter, 1 unit, Barricade slasher light, 29 units, boom truck, 10 metric ton, 1 unit, bulldozer, 1 unit, cargo service truck, 2 to 5 metric ton, 1 unit, cargo service truck, 9 to 10 metric ton, 1 unit, chainsaw, standard blade, 1 unit, concrete patch plant, 1 unit, concrete saw, 14-inch blade diameter with 3/4 inches cutting dip, 1 unit, concrete vibrator, 2 units, dump truck, 12 cubic, 12-yard cubic, 2 unit, then sealer machine, 1 unit, kneading machine, 1 unit, loaded trailer, 1 unit, motorized road grader, G710E, 1 unit, 1 bago mixer, 4 to 6 cubic feet, 2 units, Reloader 1.5 cubic, 1 unit. Plate compactor 1 unit. Telescopic mantlet 15 meters maximum working height, 1 unit. Two-way radio 2 unit. Laboratory roller 10 metric ton 1 unit. Water truck and pump 16,000 liters 1 unit. And minor tools. This refers to the DO11 series of 2017 for the minimum material testing equipment and DO127 series of 2018 strict application of 1391 84 in the conduct of post qualification with contractor delete of contracts with the DPWD.
Thank you. May I remind the prospective bidders that their pickup license category must be at least C and D for general engineering and small b for roads. Any questions? There being none, so let us proceed to the next contract. 24FI0042, Convergence Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Access Roads and or Bridges on the National Roads, leading to major strategic public buildings, facilities, construction of road, Junction National Road to Sitio Villarin, Barangay Narangasan, located at Milagros, Masbate. Brief description for this contract is construction of concrete road with an approved budget for the contract of 4,949,974 pesos and 36 centavos. The contract duration is 48 calendar days and the amount of bidding documents is 5,000 pesos. Engineer Alcarnon, please take it away for the minimum requirements.
The major category of works for this contract is RCP, Roads Construction PGCP. Similar category of works are RP, Roads Rehabilitation PGCP, RCTP, Roads Construction Tunnel PGCP. Conducting personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience, same as previous requirement. Project manager, 15 years relevant experience. Project engineer, 10 years relevant experience. Materials engineer, masculine individually accredited 1 or 2. Foreman, 5 years relevant experience. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Applicator machine, 1 unit. Backhoe, 20 cubic, 1 unit. Barbinder, 1 unit. Bar cutter, 1 unit. Maritime laser light, 59 units. Boom truck, 10 metric ton, 1 unit. Bulldozer, 1 unit. Cargo service truck, 2 to 5 metric ton, 1 unit. Cargo service truck, 9 to 10 metric ton, 1 unit. Chainsaw, standard blade, 1 unit. Concrete box plant, 1 unit. Concrete saw, 1 unit. Concrete vibrator, 2 units. Dump truck, 12 cubic yard with 2 units. Benzeler machine, 1 unit. Grading machine, 1 unit. Loaded trailer, 1 unit. Motorized road grader, 1 unit. One bagger mixer, 2 units. Reloader, 1.5 cubic, 1 unit. Head compactor, 1 unit. Telescopic manlet, 15 meter height of floating, 1 unit. Two-way radio, 2 unit. Pedra rotary roller, electric tank, 1 unit. Water truck, pump, 16,000 liters, 1 unit. And minor tools. The minimum material testing equipment is record to DO11 series of 2017.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Alcarno. The prospective bidders should be registered with and classified by the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board with license category of at least C and D for general engineering and small b for roads. Any question? None. Let us proceed to the last but not the least contract. The 24FI0043, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Access Roads and Bridges from the National Roads, leading to major strategic public buildings or facilities, construction of road at Sitio Tubod to Sitio Tugbungan, Barangay Hamorawon, located at Milagros, Masbate. Brief description for this contract is construction of concrete road. The approved budget for the contract is 4,949,955 pesos and 63 centavos. The contract duration is 48 calendar days and the amount of bidding documents is 5,000 pesos. Engineer Alcano will again discuss the minimum requirements for equipment and manpower as well as the major category of work for this contract.
The major category of works for this contract ID are CP, roads construction, PGCP, similar category of works at RP, roads rehabilitation, PGCP, RCPP, roads construction, tunnel, PCCP. The team personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience, one project manager, 15 years relevant experience, one project engineer, 10 years relevant experience, must duly accredited DPW materials engineer, one or two, foreman, 5 years relevant experience. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Applicator machine, 1 unit, backhoe, 20 cubic, 1 unit, bar bender, 1 unit, bar cutter, 1 unit, barricade placer light, 29 units, boom truck, 10 metric ton, 1 unit, bulldozer, 1 unit, cargo service truck, 5 metric ton, 1 unit, cargo service truck, 9 to 10 metric ton, 1 unit, chainsaw, standard blade, 1 unit, concrete batch plant, 1 unit, concrete saw, 1 unit, concrete vibrator, 2 units, dump truck, 12 cubic yard, 2 units, Gelseder machine, 1 unit, knitting machine, 1 unit, loaded trailer, 1 unit, motorized road grader, 1 unit, G17E, one bagger mixer, 3 units, reloader, 1.5 cubic, 1 unit, head compactor, 1 unit, telescopic man left, 15-meter maximum working height, 1 unit, two-way radio, 2 units, vibratory roller, 10 metric ton, 1 unit, water truck and pump, 16,000 liter, 1 unit, and minor pumps. Please refer to DO11 series of 2017 for the minimum material testing equipment and DO127 series of 2018 state application of RE9184 in the conduct of post-qualification with the lead ongoing contract with the DPW.
Thank you, Engineer Alcagno. Prospective bidders shall have at least C and D for general engineering and small b for roads for their ECAB license category. Now, Engineer Aligato will discuss the processing on how to prepare the bidding documents and also the eligibility requirements to avoid disqualification or the eligibility of the prospective bidders.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Director of the 2016, the Rule 8 of the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations known as the receipt and opening of bids. Under Section 23, for eligibility requirements for the procurement of infrastructure projects. For purposes of determining the eligibility of bidders using the criteria stated in Section 23.4 of this IR, only the following documents shall be required by the countries in the forms prescribed in the bidding laws. We have here Class A documents and Class B documents. And under Class A documents, we have legal documents, technical documents, and financial documents. Under legal documents, first is the registration certificate from SEC, Department of Trade and Industry for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperatives. Second, mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. Third is the tax clearance per Executive Order 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Under technical documents, first is the statement of the prospective bidder of all of its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Second, statement of the bidder's SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid. Third, in the case of procurement of infrastructure projects, a valid Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or the pickup license or a special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Under financial documents, first, the prospective bidders audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current assets and liabilities stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. Second, the prospective bidders' computation of NFCC. And under Section 23.3, to facilitate the determination of eligibility, the back of a procuring entity shall use the contents of the PhilJet's electronic registry of manufacturers, suppliers, distributors, contractors, and or consultants in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of this IRR. Eligibility criteria for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Under Section 23.4.2.1, the following persons or entities shall be allowed to participate in the bidding for infrastructure projects. First, duly licensed Filipino citizen or sole proprietorship. Second, partnerships duly organized under the laws of the Philippines and of which at least 75% of the interest belongs to the citizens of the Philippines. Third, corporations duly organized under the laws of the Philippines and of which at least 75% of the outstanding capital stock belongs to citizens of the Philippines. Fourth, cooperatives duly organized under the laws of the Philippines. And fifth, persons or entities forming themselves into a joint venture, a group of two or more persons or entities that intend to be jointly and severally responsible or liable for a particular contract, provided, however, that in accordance with letter of instructions number 630, Filipino ownerships or interest of the joint venture concerned shall be at least 75%, provided further that joint ventures in which Filipino ownership or interest is less than 75% may be eligible where the structures to be built require the application of techniques and or technologies which are not adequately possessed by a person or entity meeting the 75% Filipino ownership requirement. And provided finally that in the latter case, Filipino ownership or interest shall not be less than 25%. For this purpose, Filipino ownership or interest shall be based on the contribution of each of members of the joint venture as specified in their JVA. Under Section 23.4.2.4, the prospective bidder must have completed an SLCC that is similar to the contract to be bid and whose value adjusted to current prices using the PSA consumer price indices must be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid, provided, however, that contractors under small a and small b categories without similar experience on the contract bidding may be allowed to bid if the cost of such contract is not more than the allowable range of contract cost for the ERCC of their registration based on the guidelines as prescribed by the PCAM. Under Section 23.4.2.5, the SLCC shall be supported by the owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the contractor's performance evaluation system or the CPES. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. Under Section 23.4.2.6, the computation of a prospective bidder's NFCC must be at least equal to the ABC to be bid calculated as follows. NFCC is equals to the current assets minus the current liabilities times 15 minus the value of all outstanding or uncompleted portions of the projects under the ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts yet to be started, coinciding with a contract to be bid. And under section 25, or the submission and receipt of bids, bidders shall submit their bids through their duly authorized representative using the forms prescribed in the bidding docs in two separate sealed bid envelopes, and which shall be submitted simultaneously. The first shall contain the technical component of the bid, including the eligibility requirements under section 23.1 of this IRR of the procurement of infrastructure projects. And the second shall contain the financial component of the bid. The first, uh, for the procurement of infrastructure projects, uh, PhilJet certificate of registration and membership in accordance with section 8.5.2 of this IRR. Second, pickup license and registration. Third, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. Fourth, statement of SLCC. Fifth, NFC's computation. Sixth, JPA if applicable. Seventh, bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period. And eighth, project requirements, which shall include the following. First, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. Second, list of contractors' personnel to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. Third, list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project and as the case may be. And lastly, the omnibus sworn statement in accordance with section 25.3 of this IRR. And under the second envelope shall contain the financial information or documents as specified in the PDDs. Unsealed or unmarked bid envelopes shall be rejected. However, bid envelopes that are not properly sealed and marked as required in the bidding docs shall be accepted, provided that the bidder or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bid as submitted. The bank shall assume no responsibility for the misplacement of the contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid or for its premature opening.
Thank you, Engineer Aligato. Another pointers, another reminder to all the prospective bidders to please lang, see to it that you have to examine carefully the bids being submitted to us, like the validity, the dates, and the, like for example, the field of certificate of registration, all the data being presented there should be updated, correct, and what else? The dates are still valid because we will no longer accept any modification or revisions or updated um, documents after the bidding. If we are not responsible for any misinterpretation of the bidder, and also all they must affix all their signatures in every page of their bids. And another thing, bidder shall present their original official receipt of payment to the bank secretariat before the deadline to be included in the list of contractors for eligibility processing. And only the authorized representative included in the CRC will be allowed to transact business here in the bank secretariat, or rather in this office regarding this bidding process or bidding matters. But to those representatives not included in the CRC, they must present their special power of attorney or secretary certificate if they are in the corporation, or they must present two valid government issued IDs to be allowed to transact business here in our office. Also, we are encouraging all the prospective bidders to please include or view request list in the field jobs and secure a printout copy that they are included in the DRL. Interested bidders may obtain further information from this Back Secretariat office from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. during office days or weekdays. They can acquire bidding documents here at Back Secretariat office, or they can also download through field jobs or in our website. The deadline for the submission of bids is on or before January 10, 2024 at 11 a.m. Late bids will not be accepted. Okay? For electronic submission, still January 10, 2024 at 11 a.m. They must submit their bids at electronicbids_masbate2 at dpwh.gov.ph. For any query, they can always download this or feel free to visit this office. This is very important. The DPWH Masbate 2nd District Engineering Office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award a contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 Revised Implemented Rules and Regulations of 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. So for further information, please contact the Back Secretariat, Engineer Donald Arguillas, or they may call us or contact us through our email addresses. Any question from the Back members, from the TWG members? There being none, so the pre-bid conference is adjourned at exactly 2:59 in the afternoon.